It's always been a big part of my life, whether I've liked it or not. There were times growing up where I think that most people experience where they resent their family. Um, but I think I've come to learn over the last several years that it is the one of the few constants in my life, and it does shape me on a biological level, and then on a emotional and spiritual level ultimately. So I wanted to. The record kind of named itself. Actually, it was a collection of songs that had things to do with that topic, so the title kind of came to me after the record was actually done, which is the same approach I'm taking for our upcoming record. I have no idea what it's going to be called. It's pretty special. Yeah, it's unlike any other musical connection I've had. I've played with bands and played with people, but it's different, and it's really hard to explain. It's also, on a traveling level, it's pretty cool to have that relationship with my sister. She's like one of my closest friends, and it's also hard too sometimes, like it is with any brother and sister. Like even last night, like we had this little tiff, I guess. But it's great because you can come to the gig in the morning and make a joke and move on with your day. So I'm incredibly blessed and grateful to be able to play with her. It was always something that was in my home. Grew up with my dad playing the piano every day, and we had a big stand-up grand in our house, and he would always play Neil Young songs, and then he would write songs himself. I was raised in kind of a conservative home, and like when I was much younger, like was involved with church and playing in church. And although I'm not religious anymore, I do think that did help me to essentially understand how to work a crowd. It's funny because I'm not a religious person anymore, but I really do think that helped shape who I am now and what inspired me to continue to pursue music, along with other things. Girls, for example. I think my favorite part is being able to make a living off of my art. Like that's the dream, right? I mean, that's what everybody wants to do, and it's really easy to take it for granted. Even after a couple months or a year, like you start to, you're like, oh, I have to sit around backstage at a festival and wait, and then you stop and you're like, I'm getting free drinks, people are feeding me, I'm like getting to do what I love for a living. That to me is the best part, and obviously being able to have some kind of impact on people's lives is really, really special. Hey, I'm Noah Gundersen here with the Grammys at Austin City Limits Fest.